And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. It's lobster season upon us right now, and we have the guru of all time, Jim Salazar from Promar, to talk lobsters and fishing. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Last year, we had an unbeatable fishing season, one of the best in decades. I think we'll all take another year just like it. Now, just imagine what it could be like if we have an unbeatable season 39 years in a row. Well, that's exactly what Ford has done with their F-Series pickups, America's best-selling trucks 39 years in a row. We love our F-150s here in San Diego. Ford trucks give you the freedom to launch your boat with ease thanks to Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the freedom to toss all your gear in the bed no matter how wet and messy it gets, and the freedom to fit 5 full-size guys comfortably in the cab. And right now, during the Ford Freedom Sales event, you'll get the freedom from interest charges with Ford's best finance rate of the year. Freedom from high monthly payments thanks to special summer lease programs, plus the freedom to save even more on trucks with smart bonus tags. It's an incredible combination of savings on an incredible lineup of trucks. So don't miss the Ford Freedom Sales event. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
You know, the ranch is unique. It's one of the few places in the world where you can still drive ATVs up the beach. We have fishing from the beach. We have dive trips that we run to Pomo in a number of different spots. Kayaking, of course, has been real big. We were one of the first hotels to introduce kayaking. The ranch is small, you know, it's intimate, it's 34 rooms, so everyone gets to know everyone. The old saying, where everyone knows your name. Well, truly at Rancho Leonero, the employees do know pretty darn near all our guests' names. And what's even more interesting is most of the guests know each other's names. Very personal, very intimate, and a special environment. 2 miles of beachfront, a mile on either side of the hotel. Rancho Leonero is really the last of the old-style Baja fishing resorts. 1-800-646-2252. 1-800-646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero.
Your hook is one of the most important parts of your fishing tackle, and that is why you should use the hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation. Gamakatsu. As Japan's leading hook manufacturer and growing at an amazing pace, Gamakatsu is responsible for introducing a unique tempering process to give Gamakatsu hooks superior strength and durability. Plus, the conically needle-honed points stay sharp. Gamakatsu offers a hook for every fishing situation, including the finest one-piece ringed hooks, light wire, standard and heavy-duty live bait hooks, and the popular Nautilus circle hooks. Get Gamakatsu hooks at your favorite tackle store and stay connected to that fish of a lifetime. Shimano is proud to present an opportunity for you to go fishing on 2 of the finest 3/4-day boats on the fleet and use the top-of-the-line Shimano gear. It's Terramar Tuesday, going on now through September. Join Shimano Pro staff aboard the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and coming in June, the new Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. These trips will be booked through the landing and is the same price as a regular 3/4-day trip, but the difference will be a selection of top-of-the-line Shimano Terramar rods and reels will be available for you to try, along with an assortment of Shimano jigs and more. And a member of the Shimano Pro staff will be aboard to answer questions you may have. Terramar Tuesdays will feature Shimano Terramar rods with Trinidad A, Torium HG, Tranks, and Talica reels available for you to try for free. Don't miss Terramar Tuesday on the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and beginning June 7th aboard the Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. Check the landing website for more details or the trips page at hookup1090.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. If Jim's here, that means one thing. It's about to be on. Get that butter ready, baby.
Yeah, get the butter ready. It opens October 1st, right, Jim?
That's it, October 1st. And one more season before we change the opener time. This is still a regular midnight opener, just to remind you guys.
It is,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the change for 2017-18?
Yeah, that'll be the changes that'll happen, and they're not that big. We really did well. The commercial guys are going to get a well-needed 300 trap limit, and we're just getting a couple little tweaks. We're going to have to mark our floats, and the marking of the tails went away. The clipping of the tails went away, so we won't have to be doing that. We can bring the lobsters on board to measure them. That's a good thing.
That's a great thing.
Yeah,
safety thing.
What else was there? There was. And then the change of the opener. That's about it. Yeah. So not much.
What's the marking of the floats going to consist of?
It's just putting your go number legibly written.
What's a go number?
Go number is the number that's on your fishing license or any licenses or permits or report cards that you get from the DFG.
It says it right at the top of your license. Go number, whatever.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
On the top of your California fishing license.
Right, and it's tied to your driver's license.
Okay.
So you could just
so
hand
it
them.
doesn't change.
Right, it doesn't change. You keep that number forever. And they're asking that the operator's name go on there. So that's funny. We got right into the legal part of this right away.
Yeah, we're excited, man.
Yeah. But that's not this year.
That's not this year. But it's a good idea to start putting your boat name or your CF numbers or your go number on there and get used to the system.
So people know it's not theirs and
yeah.
it's yours.
Yeah. I got a Promar float. I got a Promar float.
When we get closer, like next season, I'll describe exactly what the department wants to do because they'll have the regs written up by then.
All right. So what's your take on the fin clip thing?
The fin clip thing had a lot of problems. The biggest problem was the commercial guys worried about the wreck guys sabotaging them by every short lobster getting a punch in it, and now it's going to last for a couple molts and they won't be able to harvest it. So that was one of the biggest issues. There was also some problems with the way the law was written about the commercialization of it and the reselling of them, and they didn't quite have that right. So they put it in the toolbox, and we may use it. We may bring it back out again. The department has their adaptive management, so that means that they can change pretty much whatever they want to change.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Makes sense. Fair enough argument from those guys, but I would have never. That thought would have never even crossed my mind. But
mine either. We're not those devious kind of people, but there are those people out there.
I get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, I got to tell you, we have an exciting show for you today, not only with Jim, too. We have everybody is asking about the Shelter Island launch.
Right.
And with lobster season coming up, especially for next season, we are going to have the chief engineer and the chief project manager on the show at 8:30 this morning for the Port of San Diego in charge of that project. So,
that is so
we're going to get
dude.
all the questions that everybody has about the project, which starts right after the Bay Bass tournament, by the way, about that Shelter Island launch ramp. That's like, well, what's going on? What's going to happen? We're going to find everything out.
How long? How many lanes? When's it going to be closed? When's it going to be open?
Ernie Medina, the chief engineer, and Bill Melton, the project manager, will be on the show via phone, and we'll patch them in and have a conversation with them about what's going on.
Sweet, man.
So that's
cool.
coming up on the 8:30 hour. But, Jim, in the meantime, what are the prospects for lobster?
Well, we're going to find out. Last season was tough for a couple of reasons. It was that warm water, so the lobsters really seemed to move deep. The guys that went deep really seemed to do well. All the local shallow spots, they seem like they got cleared out really quickly. If we're lucky, Jeff Mariani from Cedros Kayak Fishing and Cedros Tackle is going to get in touch with us because the lobster season opens down there on the 15th. So they've had a couple of days. They've checked the season out, and hopefully Jeff will get in touch with us and give us a good report.
Well, you know what that means if you're going down to Cedros Tackle. Cedros Adventure. Lobster for dinner, right?
Lobster and abalone, huh?
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh, abalone goes at the same time.
No, but they've been. That's one of their main incomes down there is the abalone.
I think it's a real short window, though. I think their abalone season is only like a month or two long.
Yeah, and I think it's in the spring.
I think so.
There's still got to be some frozen nuggets in those freezers.
I know one day we had abalone ceviche that was, from a previous, from previous in the season. Man, it's so
Isn't
good
it
down
good?
there. Oh my God,
pretty good stuff. One of the advantages flying down there to Cedros.
Yes, sir.
So, tell us about the new net. I just saw it, and it is Yeah, I can
Isn't it pretty?
use it.
Isn't it good looking?
It's really good looking.
It looks like the regular ambush. It's an ambush XL. It's a 36-inch diameter ambush. Our regular ambush is a 32-inch.
Big difference,
So
4 inches.
This is the ambush XL. It's really only a 6-pound net still, though. So you can still use it in that shallower water and not have that heavy weight on it. And if you want to add more weight for going deep, you can still add those hoop net heavies. Add 3 or 4 of them on there and get 3 or 4 extra pounds on there. But it's a good-looking net. It's got a different bridle, a lighter-colored blue bridle, so you can differentiate it from the black bridle on the smaller one. It looks real nice. Looks real good, and I can't wait to fish with it.
Yeah.
It's basically the same size that the Eclipse net was, but in the rigid ambush style.
We still have the Eclipse net for the guys that like that collapsible style. I know Dave Pfeiffer likes to break them down when he's over at the island and do his fishing. So, for those kind of people, we still have that Eclipse net. But this ambush, if you like the sturdy build of the and welds and the vinyl on that ambush, it's going to be a great way to go. And we've got 2 of them that we're going to give away today.
How about that?
That's cool. That works for me.
Cool.
See, I'm stoked on that because that net was built for me because I liked the size and how I think that the Eclipse net fished better, but I liked storage and I liked the ambush net better and I liked how the Eclipse net fished better. So this one is like meant for me, man.
You're going to get your combo here.
I heard about it. Ben called us yesterday at the tackle store to tell us. I'm like, dude, he said, how many do you want for the shop? I'm like, we'll take this many for the shop, and I'll take this many for myself, because that's me. That's me for sure.
Well, with that Hanjin problem with the containers and all of them going bankrupt and all of it really slowed down a lot of the ships and containers that were coming in. We finally got our container full of the XLs yesterday, so Ben's going to be just came in yesterday. So Ben's going to be running around all morning today delivering nets.
So they'll be at various tackle stores throughout Southern California because Ben's driving a lot.
Driving a lot today, exactly.
So if you want the new Ambush XL from Promar, it'll call your local tackle store and see if they got it yet.
And if they don't, have them give Ben a call and
but you better hurry.
Get on the list there.
See, you should hurry because I know the first. You know how that goes. The first round always goes. So I wouldn't even hesitate to call your local shop and just be like, hey, you know what? Set me 4 aside. Here's my credit card number because the first rounds always go quick on those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I'll have one to give away today at my seminar at West Marine that I'm doing at 11 o'clock today over at Shelter Island.
Okay, you have one to give away.
Yeah.
So that's going to be at Shelter Island, West Marine, 11 o'clock. You'll be doing a lobster hooping seminar.
Yes, I will.
I literally wrote the book on the hoop. It's called Hooping It Up. And you are the guru. I mean,
Ron loves to say that. Ron Lane loves to say,
yeah. And you fish from kayak. You fish from boat. Either way, you can instruct people and
I've got an 18-foot Wellcraft skiff that I've had for a number of years, and I have been on the Hobie team now for about 3 years now. I've got the Adventure Island. We were just talking about that. That's a really fun.
You took it up to the Eastern Sierra.
Yeah, I had it up in. I was outside on the east side.
Yeah, cool.
Up there in Whitney's territory. Yeah, it was fun up there. Had the Adventure Island up there and the Pro Angler and fishing from the Pro Angler in the creeks and in the lakes and standing up and casting from it. Oh man!
The word is fishing is on fire up there.
It was fun. I had it. The lake was a little slow. We were at Silver Lake. It was a little slow.
Did you get down to Crowley?
No, we just
fire. They say.
No, it was so nice up there. We just hung around home. Yeah,
you're just enjoying up there.
That's cool.
A lot of crawdads too. We caught a bunch of crawdads up there. I'll have a few at the West Marine seminar to show you guys, and a crawdad net to give away down there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's something you do out in the Sierra. Is you fish crawdads in the creek?
They are the best tasting crawdads you will ever eat from those They are not mud dabs. They're so delicious. No purging. They are so wonderful.
Really?
No kidding.
Oh yeah, they're big, really big. Yeah, lots of them too.
So Promar makes crawdad nets too.
Yeah, we make crawdad nets. Matter of fact, Jason Morton, our marketing guy, has been doing seminars the last 2 years at the Fred Hall Show at the Mammoth seminar area on catching crawdads.
On catching crawdads.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a fun sport.
Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for today. A lot to talk about lobster hooping. We're going to get some blow-by-blow description on how Jim does it and how to be successful on the water. This October 1st opener, a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, it's coming right around the corner. And just like Pete said, man, there's nobody that does it better. And the one thing that I learned for sure about hooping is there's not one major thing that you're going to do that's going to make the difference. It's all kinds of little things. And Jim is so good about that, how to store your gear and how to fish your gear and how to manage your ropes and how to manage your floats and how to light them. And it's when you add up all those little things that make just the total difference. And we got the guy sitting here today. It's going to be an awesome show, and we want to hear from you this morning. If you want to be a part of Let's Talk Hookup, get in on the fun, get in on the lobster action, give us a call this morning. There's 2 ways you can be a part of Let's Talk Hookup. And first right now is with our local line. That's 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. 1090, that's the local number. Or you can reach us on our toll-free line, and we do have a toll-free line open right now. It's 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only is the lobster guru, Jim Salazar, in here going to be talking all kinds of lobster today, as we said before, we've got a couple of great prizes. First of which Jim mentioned, is a pair of Ambush XL nets, the brand-new 36-inch ambush net from Promar. So one lucky caller is going to get 2 of those. And then in addition, we're also giving away an awesome prize, that Craft Beer and Food Fest.
Yep.
And that
same guy is going to win that too, the ambush net and the Craft Beer and Food Fest from CCA. It happens to be
October
opening
1st.
Day.
Yeah. Wayne and Lewis will be at the West Marine seminar today, selling tickets to that event,
cool.
by the way.
And I think we got to say a big thanks to Steve Paisel, too, because I think that's so cool.
Steve's table.
And I think that's so cool that we're doing that. It's just a very, very fun event. It's the Craft Beer and Food Fest. You get to come out, hang out with a bunch of buddies, talk about CCA.
Rick and I will be there.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a really, really fun event. And really
you get
cool
a membership, a 1-year membership to CCA included in that ticket, too. If you don't win it, you can buy the tickets. For sure, you definitely need to support CCA. Both Jim and I are on the board of directors for CCA. This is the real deal. This is the organization we need to support. So if you want to buy tickets, go to the CCA website, ccacalifornia.org. There's a link there. You can go buy tickets. Table of 10 is $500, $50 a person. It's 5:30 to 9:30. So what you could do, you could go to the Craft Beer and Food Festival and then head down to the launch ramp and put your hoops in.
There you go.
Hand your raffle tickets off to somebody else to check your numbers at the end of the night.
There you go. Or just go late. Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
As you can hear, we just got a great show, tons of great information, couple of great prizes. Again, if you want to get through, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great fishing information coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Yellowtail and Bluefin are here now, and it's time to go fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. The perfect rod to handle tough fish like these is Terramar from Shimano. The secret? TC4 construction. That delivers a rod that is light and sensitive, yet tough and powerful. Shimano Terramar should be your next rod. Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the best inventory in the country of Terramar rods and the experts to help you select them. Visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. From a half-day trip on the Dolphin, overnight trips, and soon 3-quarter-day island trips on the Liberty. You can count on Fisherman's Landing to deliver the best. Check the website for all that is going on or call Fisherman's Landing at 619-221-8500. Book now at fishermanslanding.com.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest that's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
Let's talk candidly about long-range fishing. This is Captain Frank Lepresti of the Royal Polaris and the Shogun. Nowhere on Earth will you find a fleet of long-range boats like we have in San Diego. We are fortunate to have several top-notch operations to take you to the most productive fishing grounds in the world. We all offer good food, comfortable staterooms, huge bait capacity, and top-of-the-line fish-finding electronics. So why would you choose the Royal Polaris or the Shogun for your next long-range trip? What sets us apart from the rest? It's pretty simple. The boats, the crew, and the service. From the moment you arrive at Fisherman's Landing, the service begins. We help you load your gear and do everything possible to get beginners or seasoned veterans ready to catch fish. When it's time to fish, the Royal Polaris and the Shogun have the edge there too, delivering the two best fishing platforms in the fleet. But don't take my word for it. Come fishing with us. If you want the best, it's Royal Polaris and the Shogun. For more information, call 619-226-8030 or on the web at royalpolarissportfishing.com or shogunsportfishing.com.
It's time to get outside on the east side and celebrate fall colors, arts, culture, and recreation in the Eastern Sierra. From now until the first snow, there are a variety of activities that capture the essence of autumn. In addition to enjoying fall color viewing, the season hosts fishing derbies and biking events to theater performances, a kite festival, and art festivals. Check out the Outside on the East Side details on the Fall Colors page at visitmammoth.com. That's visitmammoth.com.
If the fish are biting, I'm on my boat, rain or shine. Of course, I wear my life jacket. It's like wearing a seatbelt. Clip it on, grab my tackle box, and hit the water.
Love California, Boat California, Save California. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Everyone likes special treatment, kind of feel like a VIP. Well, that's how our listeners are treated at Poway Valley Collision. I have personally heard of several stories of how well our friends Jim and Mary take care of their customers that we sent them. Poway Valley Collision is worth the drive from anywhere in the Southland. We know you may not need them today, but when accidents happen, it pays to go to Poway Valley Collision. And listen to this. Our listeners get a special discount that can save you hundreds of dollars on your car or truck repair. Just tell them you listen to the show and you get the deal. They work with most insurance companies, including Auto Club, MetLife, Wawanesa, and more. Just bring your car or truck to them and let Poway Valley Collision do the rest. I have had my truck repaired at Poway Valley Collision, and the job was perfect. So get your vehicle fixed right at Poway Valley Collision. Tell them you listen to Let's Talk Hookup, and they'll save you money on your repair. Poway Valley Collision, 14211 Garden Road in Poway. Check PowayValleyCollision.com. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. On the Mighty 1090, phones are super packed up. Only one line if you want to get through. It's the toll-free number, 877-792-1090. That's your shot right now.
Yeah, you have a chance to be the first on your block to have the new Ambush XL hoop net and a ticket to go to the Craft Beer and Food Festival October 1st, opening Lobster Day, down at the Portuguese Hall. It's a fundraiser and great time for CCA California. Let's head down to the East Cape. Captain Mark Rayer with Genren Sport Fishing is on the line. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, gentlemen. Looks like you're going to have a fun show today.
No doubt.
When I used to live in Southern California years ago, I used to hoop net, and, man, it was really fun and rewarding.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about that.
No lobster down in the East Cape, are there?
There are, but we're not allowed to. They don't take them commercially, and we're not allowed to take them.
Yeah,
we're not
that's
allowed
right.
to take any crustaceans. So
that's right.
When I used to run the scuba diving business, we used to see them crawling around, especially at times like now when it's a full moon. They get really confused, and they're out in the daytime, they're out in the nighttime. They can't tell the difference. So
that's interesting.
it was really interesting. Daytime, they'd be out there crawling around, all confused.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Quite a moon last night, huh?
Really was. I posted up a picture on my Genren Facebook page. I'm not very good at taking pictures of the moon, but this one came out pretty good.
Pretty cool. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Yes. Man, around here it is just spectacular. I was fortunate enough to have Maui Jim Mike and his buddies fish with us the day before yesterday, and we had a heck of a good time. This is one of the times that you can order off your menu. You can just call what you want to catch, and we can go catch it right now, which is it's spectacular. They got on the boat, and they're from Florida, and one of the guys had never caught a striped marlin. Well, that was easy. Kazam, bucket list, done. And then one of the guys had never caught a wahoo. Okay, no problem. 2 wahoo, done. And one of the guys had never caught a roosterfish before. Mike's son had never caught a roosterfish before. Okay, well, let's go get a roosterfish. Done. What do you guys want to catch now?
Wow, that's great.
That's cool, Mark.
And which boat did you fish on, Mark?
We fished on Vaquera.
Vaquera, the big boat. Nice.
Yeah, 35 Cabo yachts, all air conditioned. But these guys are from Hawaii. They didn't spend a lot of time in the air conditioning, and it is so beautiful right now. It's not that sweltering heat that we usually get in September. The water is just like a pond. We're not even getting the afternoon breeze that we usually get. It's just spooky calm, and it's tidy bowl blue. It's 85 degrees.
Oh, nice.
It absolutely couldn't be better. The blue marlin are wide open. I mean, they have been for all summer. Tuna are starting to show. We got tuna, dorado, and also the bottom fishing. The other day, yesterday, watching Ango, we got big red snapper. We got amberjack. It's just going off everywhere. It's just incredible right now.
Wow, sounds so cool, and I can't wait for our Palmas de Cortez Fall Spectacular. There's one room left at Palmas. If you want to come with us October 6th through the 10th, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to going fishing with you on the boat there for the tournament, too. And I believe the first day of the tournament, all your boats are busy, but the second day of the tournament, October 9th, there is one boat open.
I would have to look at my calendar.
I'm looking at the calendar right now. The Innovator is open.
Gen Ren is open.
Gen Ren is open, yeah. So if you want to fish one day with the ultimate operation down in the East Cape, I told Mike Battistoni from Maui Jim when he was going down there, he says, well, what do I need to bring? I said, nothing.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Just Maui Jim sunglasses.
Exactly.
They even have sunscreen on the boat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
that's true. We have bullfrog sunscreen and everything you need.
Yeah.
All just everything.
I always say that the gear that Mark has on his boats is probably nicer than the gear in your garage, so you don't need to bring anything.
Yeah. So if you want to fish with the ultimate East Cape operation there, Gen Ren Sport Fishing, how do we find you, Mark?
You can find me on the web at teamgenren.com, or you can call my cell phone. I'm in Mexico right now, but I have a U.S. cell phone, and the number is 310-308-5841. I'll tell you something that's become really popular. If anybody coming down has not tried the new Accurate Valiant, we have a bunch of them on all our boats, and oh my God, I mean, it is just so much. You look at the little reel and you think, there's no way. I mean, I'm not fishing for bass. We're catching marlin on them. We're catching amberjack on them. Tuna. It's just a load of fun.
Hey, Mark, when we're fishing down there, are we going to catch wahoo?
I hope so. You're pretty lucky.
Putting on the spot here, buddy. I want you to know, Dan Walsh, our good buddy, who spends a lot of time at Rancho Leonero, does a lot of video work with us and stuff like that. He's been going to the ranch for 20 years, and he caught his first wahoo last week.
Hey, all right, congratulations, Dan.
Oh, Mike told me about that.
Yeah.
He was just there. Yeah.
Stoked. Yeah.
And this is one of these times, generally, a wahoo is kind of an incidental catch. We're lucky when we get one. I know a couple of years that you've been down here, we've kind of lucked out, and we end up with the whole deck full of them, but it's just been kind of luck. But right now, we can actually target them. We know where to go, what to do. We fish for wahoo. When Mike was with us, he said, hey, we want to catch wahoo. And he says, well, should we get some squid because they're chunking for the tuna? I said, you want to catch wahoo? No. He says, well, we need a backup plan. We don't need a backup plan. We're going to go catch wahoo.
Yeah,
that's cool. Hey,
that's exactly what we did.
That's awesome. Well, teamgenren.com. Thanks for showing the Battistoni and his son Ryan, who works for Olokai. He's the Olokai rep for the East Coast there, and Maui Mikey, they're transplants. Southern California is back east now, but Mikey's our guy from Maui Jim. And thanks for showing a good time, Mark.
It was my pleasure. We just had a ball. They were really fun guys to fish with, and he was generous with the sunglasses. He was generous. Oh, the sandals.
Olokai.
Oh, man.
The Olokai sandals. Oh, my God. I put those things on. You don't have to break them in. You put them on, you feel like you've been wearing them they're all broke in.
You got fully swagged out, it sounds like. Yeah. Hey, great, Mark. Thanks for the report this morning. Glad things are biting and looking forward to the October 6th Palmas de Cortez tournament.
Okay, look
All
forward
right.
to seeing you.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, bring me a lobster.
Okay, we'll try and do that. Yeah, hey, you might have to get me out of jail when I come through customs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
See you, Mark.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
All right, well, hey, the phone lines are packed up. Again, if you want to get through, have your chance to talk to Jim, 858 area code 457-1090 or 877-792-1090. Why don't we start it off this morning with Dan, who's calling us from San Diego. Dan, good morning, and thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. I figure it's easier to ask you guys the questions than to get the answers off the Department of Fish and Wildlife website. But when exactly are you allowed to drop your hoops in, and at what time? I just want to verify it's going to be Friday late night at midnight that we're allowed to start dropping hoops.
Well, I'm not a warden. I really appreciate what those guys do, though. I'll tell you, they have a tough job. But here's my interpretation of the law, and midnight is when you can drop your nets in, and please don't harass them by saying you're out there looking for crabs and hooping for crabs by dropping your nets in before midnight. They know what you're doing. They know your intent is to catch lobsters, so please make their life a little easier. Wait until midnight before you drop your gear. It's almost a 6-month-long season. I haven't hooped on the first day of the season for I can't remember how many years now. It's just such a circus out there, and I know my lobsters are going to be there all the way through March. So, don't get sucked into the craziness and the drunkenness out there and all the wildness. Respect those guys, and like I say, wait until midnight to drop your gear.
And I would, to get specifics, if you really want to get specifics on whether you can bait your traps and put them down before midnight, the only answer is the local warden, because those are the guys that are policing.
Right. And why harass them and make them have that extra bit of work and checking you and making sure you're not pulling your stuff up early? Just wait till midnight. It's a 6-month-long season. You got plenty of time to catch your lobsters.
All right. Good luck. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right. How about next up we talk to Cliff. Cliff calling from Lakewood this morning. Hi, Cliff. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Great.
Hey, I was wondering what weight can you put on those hoops? I've been using some big chain and on 2 pieces of chain on each side of the hoop. But, that's getting kind of rusty, and I have to replace it all the time. You guys got any lead for putting on the hoops for making going deep?
Yeah, Jim over at Lead Masters makes a hoop net heavy, he calls them. I think Mark Wish worked with him to design them. And they're basically little 1-pound semi-curved little weights that have a couple holes in them so you can fit the zip ties through them. They're designed to fit on the inner or the outer rings of the net. I usually only add about 3 or 4 pounds, even when I'm hooping deep, like about 150 or 170 feet. I'm still only adding about 3 or 4 pounds of weight. It's usually plenty. I don't like to lift weight when I don't have to, so some of these guys that leave their weights on all the time, I don't get it, especially when they're doing 30 or 40-foot pulls. But
what's the advantage of having weight?
Right.
You don't want that net to hopscotch. What happens is the wind and the current and the swell push on your rope and your float on the top and the bridle float on the bottom and on the net, and they kind of make it move on the bottom. And when it's doing that, lobsters are pretty skittish, especially with those flat nets. If it starts hopping or jumping around, then they're going to be jumping out of there. So you want to keep that net down in that one spot.
Especially if you're fishing deep, like, say, Catalina or something like that.
I thought we weren't going to mention the C word.
Oh, you're not going to mention the C word?
Yeah, if you're over at Catalina, on the edges, especially where the drop-offs are right there, that current just rips over there. Edges of the canyons, same way. San Diego, oh, my gosh, you guys have so much water that comes out of that bay along Zuniga Jetty there that you really need to add some weight and pick the days you go. I know a lot of guys that won't go out when it's really ripping like that because that kelp will just build up on your float, on your rope, and pull it right down.
Well, here's one of the things is when you put the weight on and you have an ace line hauler, it really doesn't matter. So I just put weight on. Because the ace line hauler just makes a simple thing out of that.
I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, now that you mention it, I leave my weights on all year, and I just use my ace line hauler.
100 feet.
And with that bulldog attachment that's on there, you just watch that line coil. Yeah. 200 feet of rope coils right at my feet there. It's amazing. I love that thing. Vartan sent me some pictures of his brother who works for some nutrient company up in Canada of them airlifting 2 Hobie Outbacks onto this. I'll show you the pictures of this lake that's pristine. That probably has never, ever seen kayaks, let alone people up there. So, yeah, Vartan. That's our guy up. That's our guy for the ace line hauler.
Canada, the ace line hauler. Yeah, they're once you go ace, you never go back.
It's one of those exactly. It's one of those things where it's a major investment, and you got to decide, and you almost convince yourself, I don't know if I want to spend that much for an ace line hauler. And the second you get it, it's, oh my God, what was I thinking?
Well,
this is the only way to fly.
Forever.
Yeah, well worth it. I mean, it's made out of aluminum with powder coated aluminum paint, and it's got stainless parts. You know, the wheels are stainless parts, and the motor is sealed. The switches are sealed. I've never had anything bad happen to them. They're great.
I'll tell you what, if you're a guy that doesn't own a boat but likes hoop netting, you buy that thing, and I guarantee you all of your you'll be the first guy invited on every lobster trip you want to go on sure.
For sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. Good luck, Clip.
All right, how about we jump right back into him, talk to Harry. He's calling us from La Jolla this morning. Hi, Harry. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning.
Hi, Harry.
Jim, in your normal way, you preempted everything I wanted to ask in the first 3 minutes of the show. I was most concerned about what legislations might have occurred, and I think you've answered that. I'll see you later today over at West Marine, but we've talked about this before. I use my kayak, and I take 5 nets out on my kayak, and it gets a little unwieldy. Has Hobie thought about possibly putting something together that they could sell to us people who own the Outbacks as a rack of some sort?
You know, it's such a regional affair, this hoop netting, that it really isn't that worth it to Hobie to go out and have their engineers design a product for just a few people in Southern California. There aren't that many places that use our particular type of nets up in San Francisco and Oregon, Washington, Alaska. They use more traps up there for their crabs. So when I see at the seminar, I've got a couple of super simple methods that I've been using on the Hobie. One piece, attach it. It's just a PVC pipe with a little fitting, and it's just one pipe that fits in each scupper hole, and boom, you're done. Your nets fit right over it. Super simple.
Nice.
I'll talk to you about it and show you a picture of it when I see you at the seminar.
Which is at 11 o'clock today, West Marine,
At West Marine and Shelter Island.
Shelter Island, yeah. Very good. Hey, thanks a lot for the call, Harry.
All right, with that, it's time to find out what's biting in the Baja. It's time for the Catchport. And today, the Cast Tours Report is sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Fisherman's Processing is San Diego's finest, and that's why they're known as the Fish Pros. Once you try them, you'll be hooked. They're going to fillet your fish. They'll vacuum pack your fish, all to your specs, as well as offer you the best smoked fish and jerky and those famous tuna burgers. Check out fishermansprocessing.com for more details, or just see them when your trip returns to the San Diego landings. Let's go down south. Talk to the cast man, Richard Castanedo from Cast Tours. Buenos dias, cast man.
Hey, buenos dias, Ricky.
Cast
Pedro,
man.
hope everything's fine.
Everything is
Great,
good.
buddy.
That's great. Yeah, I'm up in Kodiak. We got into Kodiak yesterday, and we're just we were with Seward for 3 days, and we had a halibut trip scheduled over there, but that got canceled due to the weather. But we did do a draft floating trip on the Upper Kenai for the big rainbows there, and caught some nice rainbows, some nice dollies, and so that was a great trip. So we flew into Kodiak yesterday afternoon, and we're heading out of here in about 20 minutes to go down to get on our halibut charter here. We had to reschedule one. So anyway, good weather. Looks like we're going to have sunshine here today, tomorrow, and Monday. So that'll be great. We're out of here Tuesday. But down in the southern Baja, after Hurricane Newton went by there, things have recovered down there. It's like all the communications back up. Not much damage from this storm. It was only a Category 1, not like Odell a couple of years ago that just really devastated the area. So the guys, they got a break there, but there's some work to be done. But all the hotels are open and functioning, and airlines are going in, so people are down there fishing, and fishing there is really picking up really good, especially for the Dorado. More Dorado coming in now. Good quality, good quality fish, 15 to 30 pounds, occasional bull, and then the tuna. Guys, the Gordo Bank has been just giving up some nice big boys. I heard this past week up to 200, and then of course up at the Iman and Vinorama area, the tuna there has been really good for the smaller grade, anywhere from 15 to 25, and some 40, 50 pounders coming out of there, and a few wahoo in the mix, and of course billfish, blue marlin still around down there, and that'll be good all the way through the end of November. But so it looks like some really good fishing going down there. Mazatlan there, they're starting to pick up on their sailfish there. They're also starting to get some yellowfin tuna in there. Still not a really good fishery, but looks like that'll pick up as we get into next month in November. But Pete, that's a report for this week. And anybody wants to book a trip into southern Baja, mainland Mexico, give us a call at Cast Tours at 800-593-6510. Check us out on the web at www.casttours.com. And I'll talk to you guys next Saturday.
All right. Look forward to that Alaska report there, Cass, man. Have fun and be safe and enjoy Alaska.
Hey, Cass, how was your season last year? You called me a couple times for tips and a couple places to go. How did it work out for you?
Who's this?
This is Jim Salazar, Salazar.
Hey, Jim. Yeah. Well, we were going to get over to Catalina there the very end of the season, and the weather just turned bad, and we couldn't get over there. But we're already making plans to get over that area in, I think, the end of November, early December. We're going to try to do that 2-day trip over there, and hopefully score some of those nice big tails over there.
Well, give me a call before you head over.
I will, Jim. Thanks again for all your help, too, and all the information.
All righty.
All right. Cass, man, have fun up there. Appreciate the call.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. A perfect opportunity if you want to get through. Talk to Jim and have your shot at winning those Ambush XL nets and a ticket to that craft beer and food festival. Hey, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
The Longfin in Orange, Southern California's premier fishing superstore, is having their 5th annual parking lot sale and Customer Appreciation Day Saturday, September 17th. This is not just a sale, it's a celebration for their 30th anniversary. Truly a big event. Meet representatives from Shimano, Power Pro, CalStar, Phoenix, Daiwa, Avet, Seeker, Accurate Berkeley, Soft Steel, Okuma, MC Swim Baits, Penn, Seagar, and more. Representatives from over 20 manufacturers will be there. Take advantage of tremendous savings on fresh and saltwater tackle. Free reel service with minimum purchase. Plus, you can win big as the Longfin shows their appreciation to you with a big raffle and hundreds of free giveaways. You will certainly find what you want at unbelievable prices for this one-day only sale. It's all happening Saturday, September 17th from 7 to 7 at the Longfin, 2730 East Chapman, just off the 55 freeway in Orange. For directions or more information, check out the website at thelongfin.com. It's big, it's comfortable, and she is beautiful. The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence. Veteran captains Mark Paisano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Captain Jeff Dubois has helped make the Independence a top-notch operation. Call Independence Sport Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check the availability on spring, summer, and fall trips now at independencesportfishing.com.
To talk about great product from Shimano. You know that tuna is still around, and sometimes you got to be a little stealthy with this nice 20 to 30 pound grade yellowfin. And I got to tell you, the little Trinidad, man, the Trinidad A, what a way to fish stealthy but still have the power.
Literally nothing better, and you nailed it right now because it's not all 20 pounders. Right now it's like 18 to 50 pound tuna that yellowfin is biting on, but you got to fish small baits, light lines, small hooks. So you need a reel that free spools, has very, very light spool weight so you can get a small bait away from the boat. But then if you hook a 40-pounder, you need the guts to deal with it. And Trinidad is where it's at. Trinidad 14, 16 narrow, 16. All those are that great 20 to 25-pound reel. Loaded with some Power Pro and a short little piece of Seagar fluorocarbon. You got a stealth rig that's going to handle a big one.
You bet. And if you have somebody that's a novice angler, want to catch a fruit tuna like I've had on my boat recently, the Bait Runner. Absolutely perfect for those guys. Check it out at your local Shimano dealer or at Shimano.com.
For East Cape fishing, Jen Wren is known as the best. This is Mark Rayer. Great service, top quality equipment, including all accurate reels, CalStar rods, and Cimarron electronics, has put my immaculately maintained twin-engine cruisers in a class of their own. For memories of a lifetime, just bring your hat and sunglasses, and we'll provide a fishing experience that will exceed your expectations. Our calendar's filling fast, so don't miss out. For packages, 2 live webcams, a weekly fishery report, and more, check out TeamJenWren.com. We pick up at all East Cape resorts, so let's go fishing.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now 18 stores throughout Southern California and 3 in San Diego County. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find the location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Aztecs.
He's gone. Touchdown, Aztecs.
San Diego sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Been a busy morning on the phones. That toll-free number is just about completely packed up, but we do have a local line open, which is the first time we've had room on the local number. If you want to get through on that one, it's 858-457-1090. It's open right now.
And you have a chance to be the first on your block to own 2 of the new Ambush XLs from Promar, the largest allowed by law.
I like that.
I like that. For a hoop net for this coming season, October 1st, and a ticket to the CCA California Craft Beer and Food Festival, which includes a CCA one-year membership coming up October 1st, which also happens to be opening day.
I like
so check that out. Want to remind you, coming up in the next hour, we're going to have the 2 head guys for the Shelter Island launch ramp that are going to answer all of our questions, or as many as possible, as time allows, about that launch ramp and the program and the plans for the upcoming renovation. It's pretty exciting. It's going to make an interesting year there while they're working on this. It's going to be about a 10-month project, but we're going to get all the questions answered by the 2 guys that basically run the project for the Port of San Diego coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. So, Scott Sherman, what's up, Scott?
Hey, I heard you're a guest, and I had to call in, buddy. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing great, Sherm.
Hey, graduated from the kayak to the boat this season, so it was
Ace line hauler, 3 words.
I second those 3 words.
That was really going to be my question, is what would you suggest for hooping from the boat as opposed to the kayak? Because I'm thinking some of the spots I would traditionally go to in my kayak are not going to be conducive to boat fishing.
Longer ropes and an ace line hauler. That's the best bet. A good pair of gloves and maybe a young person to pull that shallow stuff. But
well, that's the key. You're the captain. You just sit, you get somebody outside that can pull.
The whole key the biggest key to lobster fishing is find somebody that loves pulling hoops. Yeah. And if you can find somebody that loves pulling hoops but doesn't really like lobster all that much, it's even better.
It's even better, yeah.
I just like going, all right, we're going to be real good friends. We're going to go a whole bunch.
For sure.
Well, I'll check with you later, Rick, to find out who that person is.
Well, that's cool. Sure, I'm with those guys, man. If you a boat like yours, it's just it's the ace line hauler. I mean, obviously the major thing is how easy it makes your life as far as pulling the hoops goes, but just other things too. I mean, you've got a nice, beautiful boat, and you don't want to be banging your hoop net along the gel coat. Now, the beauty of the ambush nets is they're like a coated material, so they're a lot easier on the boat itself. But that ace line hauler is rigid, so it keeps when it comes up in the air, it's outside of your boat, and if you picked up a little eel or something, you can see it before it flops into your boat. Just everything about those things is awesome, man. You'll love it.
Yeah, and you're loving that Parker, that Yamaha outboard-powered Parker now, aren't you?
Well, those guys at West Coast Marine set that thing up just right. That boat is just the dream come true, buddy, and I just can't wait to start using it on for lobsters instead of my usual 3 or 4 mile paddle each way to get to my spot.
Nice, warm
cool.
pilot house.
Did you go fishing yesterday?
No, I had a bunch of stuff to do around the house, and with the reports and the full moon and things weren't looking that great other than the weather, I decided to get some honeydews done instead.
Well, that's why it bit then.
Well, and that's the nice thing too now about having that Parker down there at the slip. I can decide at the drop of a hat to go down and take off. So it's not the full day production to get ready to go fishing anymore. So
Yep.
Hey, Sherm, can I ask you?
Makes the schedule a little more flexible,
Yep.
Sherm, I want to ask you a question about this, and we're going to get into it in a minute with these guys that are calling in. CCA has been researching using the rocks from the Shelter Island rebuild to make an artificial reef or to augment artificial reefs. Have you heard anything about this?
Not through City Hall yet. I haven't checked with the port, but I love the idea. I mean, if we're not going to use them in the expansion, then let's repurpose them somewhere else to create habitat.
Are you aware of where the rocks have to go when they get rid of them?
No, I'm not.
Arizona.
What? No
How about
way.
saving a little bit? How about saving a little bit of money?
That's interesting. Maybe we can. That's a question we can ask the guys in the next hour.
That's awesome.
I like that, Jim.
Yeah, I would definitely ask them, and it sounds like a new item to add to my staff meeting on Monday morning, buddy.
Now, but we must say that city and port are two completely different districts, right?
Yeah, one city, one state, and they're completely different controlling entities, but the city does have their appointees to the port board, so we can always talk to them and see what we can get done.
All right, very good.
And your state influence would be wonderful, too, because the Coastal Commission and the DFG seem to be our biggest stumbling blocks with the artificial reefs.
Well, it kind of goes back to that rigs the reef thing that the extreme environmental groups were opposing. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I mean, they just didn't want to let the
They
oil
didn't want to let them off the hook.
That was it was a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. They saved money.
Well,
we got habitat. Everything about it was good.
Yeah. It's just,
I think the biggest problem there is they didn't want to show that fishermen were part of the solution and not the problem.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Sherm, well, good luck on that new Parker on lobster hoop. And again, what are those words you want to tell them?
Ace Line Hauler.
That's it. AceLineHauler.com. Order it up now, Sherm. We're telling you.
Well, I tell you, I'm on my way down to check out the new XL ambush nets too, because now I can carry more than 5, so I'm going to have to load up on some extra gear.
Yeah.
I'd go with 5 of those. That's a perfect addition right there, especially on the top of that Parker. Yep.
All right, Sherm. Nice to hear from you. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. We do have a line open. First time all morning at 858-457-1090. You have a chance to win those Ambush XL nets and a ticket to the CCA California Craft Beer and Food Festival October 1st at the Portuguese Hall in San Diego.
You got it. Kenny in Hawaiian Gardens, you're up next on Let's Talk Hookup. What's up, Kenny? Good morning.
Hey, morning, everybody. Hey, I had a question. What's your preferred baits? I know it's like salmon heads and stuff like that are good. And then my boss has a bunch of nets at the shop. They're older nets. They're all black hoop style. What's the exact legal things? I mean, they're pretty old. I don't know if things have changed, laws have changed or anything. What's the sizes are legal right now?
I'll cover that first. The legal sizes are totally and completely defined by DFG regs. They did that a few years back. What they did was we gave them the sizes of the smallest nets that were available, which was the Danielson net, the one that doesn't have the bait ring in the middle. And then we gave them the Eclipse net, was the largest net at that time. So they made that the largest size that it can be, and the Danielson as the smallest size that a conical style of net could be. They also describe what a flat net can be. So it's type A and type B. If you look in the regs, and in the reg book, saltwater reg book, you'll find them right inside there. And as far as preferred bait, mackerel, bonita, skipjack, they're all free and easy to get. Those are my favorite baits. Scents, I've really gotten into using scents a lot lately. When I was up in the Sierras, we set a bunch of crawdad traps. And the one crawdad trap that we set that didn't have a can of cat food in it with a bunch of holes poked in it, which is what we were using as a scent. The one that we didn't had about a third to half as many crawdads less than the other nets. The other nets all had like 40 to 60. This one had about 20 or 25 crawdads in it. So scent really, really makes a big difference. And the cheapest way to go is a can of cat food, a bunch of holes punched in it, Seafood Delight or Mariner's Delight, one of those. Look for a good deal on them where they're about 40 cents a piece. It's probably about the most affordable way to go. Potskis has a good product called Crab and Shrimp Fuel that works pretty good. I like mixing that with Menhaden oil that I used to buy at West Marine by the gallon. I mix the Menhaden oil and the Potskis because the Potskis is a little more watery, and I get a pretty thick substance, and then I pour it over my net or over my bait after I've filled my tubes or my cages, and then freeze it, and it acts as kind of a time release when it's thawing out.
Really?
Oh, that's good.
Now, you'd even use your can of cat food in addition to your lobster bonita, your...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. A can of cat food really, really helps. It's amazing what scent really does. Scent really really works good. I mean, in the old days, the lobster divers used to go around and pepper some cans with holes punched in them around the rocks that they wanted the lobsters to crawl out of later, which is totally illegal. But they used to do that and get the lobsters to crawl out. I started to see that, and all the cans, and I went, oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
No kidding. Huh, that's a good tip.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning. One thing we should talk about is what do you need legally to fish for lobster?
Good call.
Everybody needs a saltwater license with a saltwater stamp on it. But you also need California fishing license, but you also need a lobster report card, which in my opinion, at less than $10 is probably the best deal going out there right now, because for that less than $10 report card, you can catch lobsters that are worth almost $40 a pound at your local tax.
So let me ask you, they were talking about a seasonal lobster card. Is it seasonal now?
Yes, it is seasonal. It has been seasonal for a couple of years now.
Okay,
yeah.
So I can't keep track of all these. You sell them every day, but it's like, well, is it seasonal or is it annual?
With you.
You know?
No, I sell them every day, and I can't
But
keep
so
track.
if you buy a lobster card today, it's good for the entire season.
Right. You won't have to buy another one like we used to
until next September.
Until next September. And you have to turn that thing in. If you don't turn it in, two things happen. One is you bone me by not giving me the data I need to defend your fishing rights, but you also are going to cost yourself $20 because it's
when you go to buy your
when
card
you go to buy
next
your
time,
new
you're gonna
card.
get fined.
Yeah, if you didn't turn it in.
If you didn't turn it in.
That data is really, really important. With the Lobster Advisory Committee and the Lobster Fishery Management Plan that we just went through and all the regs that we went through and that were recently adopted, I relied on the data from the Lobster Report Card more than anything else to defend your fishing rights. Just for a quick one, of the 47% of the 32,000 cards that were returned last year, 500 guys caught 30 or more lobsters. So we're really not impacting it that bad. 163 cards reported 50 or more, 54 cards reported 70 or more. So there are a few guys out there that are really hammering it. But for the most part, 500 guys catching 30 or more lobsters, it's really not that many.
No.
Yeah.
And then the rest are all less than that.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing how many.
Let's give an
did not
example.
fish.
One commercial license, of which there are hundreds of them. One commercial license is allowed to take how many lobsters?
There's about 150 commercial licenses out there.
150.
Yeah, or so.
Oh, that's it? Okay,
yeah, they can take as many lobsters as they want.
So they will literally take potentially thousands.
There's no limit for them. They have no quota. We do. We have a 7 in possession, which means that's all you're allowed is 7 in possession. Yeah. So until you eat those 7, that's your seasonal limit is those 7. So, we're pretty well regulated as recreational guys.
No doubt about it. Hey, I want to mention, too, the Longfin. It's happening right now.
Today.
It started at 7. It's going on until 7 tonight. It's the 5th Annual Customer Appreciation Day and Parking Lot Sale. They're all there. Everybody's there displaying their wares. You can learn from all the great people. It's their 30th anniversary. Congratulations to Tom on running one of the best outfits in Southern California. I probably have one of the best tackle stores in the world, really. And so go out there. It's in the Orange, and go to thelongfin.com for directions there. They have an all-day event. They were going to be giving away a ton of stuff today. It's 2730 East Chapman Avenue in Orange. And, again, all the way up to 7 o'clock tonight, the big sale going on today. You can save on things today that don't go on sale.
That's the thing about sales at the Longfin is they don't do them often. They do them. They're special because they're for real. It's not a BS. Oh, we're going to throw a couple of things that we can't get rid of out on a table. Those guys don't mess around. Tom does not mess around when it comes to giving deals, and their sales are few and far between, and you should really take advantage if you're shopping for some tackle
right now,
today. Yep, go up. It's for sure. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. Another full hour of your phone calls. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice on the mighty 1090. Rock Cod Rick here for West Coast Marine and Parker Boats. You see them all over Southern California waters. Parker Boats at the launch ramp, the offshore islands. You wake up in the morning on an overnight trip and there they are. Parker Boats of all size fishing in the same area as the sporties. There's a good reason for it. Fishability and seaworthiness. Of all the boats out there, my boat partner and I chose to get a brand new 25 Parker center console from Kevin Kelly and the gang at West Coast Marine, and I could not be happier. Wow, what a fishing machine. Parker Marine builds a heavy-duty, industrial-strength boat, probably overbuilt, but that's why so many 4- and 6-pack charters choose to operate Parkers. We thank the guys at Pinnacle Sport Fishing, Season Sport Fishing, One-Man Charters, Black and Blue Sport Fishing for their confidence in Parker boats. Take it from me, if you are ready for a new Parker at a fair, upfront, and honest deal, you need to see Kevin Kelly at West Coast Marine, located at 1555 Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check out their inventory and information at westcoastmarine.com. Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every year, and salmon, well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board. The only fish finding service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
The best NFL coverage is right here. San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels. With the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities, Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
Last year, we had an unbeatable fishing season, one of the best in decades. I think we'll all take another year just like it. Now, just imagine what it could be like if we have an unbeatable season 39 years in a row. Well, that's exactly what Ford has done with their F-Series pickups, America's best-selling trucks 39 years in a row. We love our F-150s here in San Diego. Ford trucks give you the freedom to launch your boat with ease thanks to Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the freedom to toss all your gear in the bed no matter how wet and messy it gets, and the freedom to fit 5 full-size guys comfortably in the cab. And right now, during the Ford Freedom Sales event, you'll get the freedom from interest charges with Ford's best finance rate of the year. Freedom from high monthly payments thanks to special summer lease programs, plus the freedom to save even more on trucks with smart bonus tags. It's an incredible combination of savings on an incredible lineup of trucks. So don't miss the Ford Freedom Sales event. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
For local and long-range fishing, the Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among seasoned or novice anglers. But Islander Charters is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. You need to check out the Islander on their website, islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 2 to 5 day fishing. Watch the website for trips and adventures available. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details.